versus Amecon panel. This is my first panel ever, so you can imagine I am shitting bricks right now. In nervousness. So I hear I get used to it. So sorry, just bear with me. And also the other thing I must quickly warn you about, my pronunciation isn't brilliant, and there's a lot of Japanese names in here. So I'm really sorry if I slaughter any one of the names.
Don't worry,
any
I'm
of the
in charge
actors.
for a second Japanese art.
Yeah. You just tell me off and say that's what I say. Anyway, it says, today we're going to, hopefully, if we get through it all, talk about at least a little bit about each Super Sentai. It says, as we only have an hour, unfortunately that limits about how long we can talk about it. Other Sentais I'm going to talk about a bit longer because personally I find them interesting. If I don't talk about a Sentai that long, it doesn't mean I don't like it or anything. It's because I only have a limited time and I'm kind of going to talk about the ones that have interest in history. So I think we're going to start it off by probably viewing one of the most epic scenes in Super Sentai history, the opening fight from the first episode of Goggle-V. This is the movie version, so it's slightly extended. Okay, so that's clip you just that clip you just saw. Yeah.
Spell check.
Oh. Sorry, so I just started a new job and I'm seriously like tired and I was writing this after coming home from work. So I also have to say I'm sorry for any spelling mistakes. I do have dyslexia. So yes.
You said that was the Goggle-V, didn't you?
That's Goggle-V versus Goggle-V versus GoRanger. That's why GoRanger are there. Yeah, sorry. Yes, it says so. They're both in the movie. Yeah. So one of the versus movies. Yeah, pretty much. That was the opening scene of Goggle-V versus GoRanger 199 Heroes. That was also the first scene in Goggle-V where we saw all the Super Sentai heroes fight together. Anyway, so how did that lead to that? Well, we're going to have to go back 35 years before that event to the first. Well, I guess I got talked about Super Sentai is Tematsu. This is a live-action drama that usually features superheroes and makes use of special effects. So shows like Kamen Rider, Metal Hero, Godzilla, this is the sort of thing it is. So I'm just trying to get through this. What does actually the word Sentai mean? In English it means task force. It is normally made up of 5 members, normally 3 or 4 being male, or 1 or 2 being female. They normally screen Henshin, that means transform, and they'll turn into their Ranger's alter ego. The normal colours, normally for Sentai, would be red, blue, yellow, and normally pink, and then normally green or black. They're normally the 2 popular colours. So, of course, they always fight against evil. And of course, at one point, everything must explode in Super Sentai. And even though they didn't start off wearing spandex, we'll get to when they just wore normal things that wasn't spandex to start off with. Anyway, I actually have some prizes here, so to actually on this panel. So the question is, what other Natsu show did the Super Sentai creator, Satsu Inamoshi, also create? Does anyone have any ideas?
A.
A.
It's totally C.
Actually, no, it's not A. A, not A, it's another one. Kamen Rider. It's Kamen Rider, well done.
That was kind of not really fair though. I kind of said that after 2 people.
Oh, who else? You said Kamen Rider first.
I'll lie and say I'll lie and say it
first. No, not yet.
Oh.
There's more prizes, don't worry, people. Okay, so as I said, it was Super Sentai was created by, I guess, the godfather Tatsu Sashi Ishimori. He also created Kamen Rider and Cyborg 1009. He also wrote a lot of manga. And he even wrote the Legend of Zelda Link to a Past manga. Actually got published in English in Nintendo Power in America. Another fun fact. So let's get to what is known as the Sentai era before they became Super Sentai. And we have our first Super Sentai, that is GoRanger, if the thing ever decides to load. Everything's going great, isn't it? You see, it started off so amazingly. You see, look at those Henshin transformation. Look at all the money that must have went into that. Okay, so GoRanger is the longest Super Sentai series to date, running from 1975 to 1977 with 84 episodes and 6 movies. The first range set was red, blue, yellow, green, and pink. It was the first Sentai to have someone take over from one of the main rangers, and the first one to have a ranger die. As I said, longest Sentai, and they didn't use a mecha yet, they used an airship. This is a picture of the whole crew. Unfortunately, the Yellow Ranger is, to this day, sadly, the actor is the only ranger to have played as ranger in Super Sentai and to have passed on. He is the only, he passed away a few years after the show was created. It seems to be a thing that the Yellow Ranger always seems to be cursed, because in the Power Rangers adaptation, Trumi was the first guy in real life, and then in Bioman, in the show, the Yellow Ranger dies. So kind of people say yellow is cursed. This is a fight scene from GoRanger to show you how awesome it was, how much the basics of Super Sentai. I just love all the GoRanger. This is so. It will happen. No, just jump in and stuff like that. And you can see they sort of use their visors to become their weapons. You can buy, it says, I think there's figurines of this somewhere.
That's a harsh way to start.
It's just yes. I have the power alarm. She's not even doing anything. Here comes their finishing move. She's after him. Here we go. You get a football. They use another attack. This is a different. That's the one they use in Go-Kai. Is just their second attack. This is what they started off with. Yeah. So we started off by using explosion footballs to finish off our villains. So GoRanger didn't have the luxury of a mecha. So after this is a bit of controversy because for a while there was a show called Ninja Capture that was considered the second Super Sentai, the Sentai Hero series or Sentai Hit series. This has been disproven. It's not part of the series, so I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm just going to say it was it. Now to go on to what was officially considered GoRanger's successor, Jacka. This is how high tech this thing is.
It was the 70s, man.
Love the hair.
So true. 50 hours in Photoshop.
They didn't have Photoshop.
Whatever it is, whatever they have those days.
Photoshop 0, 0, 0, 0.
Yeah. It's just small.
I said, actually, this is the shortest running Super Sentai series. It only lasted 35 episodes, and one movie that was a crossover with GoRanger. That also actually featured many references to, I think, references to Kamen Rider V3 and Kamen Rider Amecon that made them both in the same universe. That is kind of weird. This was their theme was hard sets. This was about the only Sentai to start with 4 Rangers. And then a 5th Ranger was introduced later, a big one.
What was the 5th Ranger's like hard suit?
He was Joker.
Ah,
He was Joker. There's big one. the gay pride Ranger. Pretty much, he would kind of unofficially kind of be the first sixth man to come in, but we consider him part of the main team or Go-Kaiser guys. The first team to get one was Maskman, and then officially Zyuranger. But we'll get to that a bit later. Also, a big one was paid by here we go. Hasarai Hiroshi. Who also played Kamen Rider V3 and the first Zyuranger. So he actually played quite a few roles in Super Sentai. He went on to be Ohranger as well. After, as I said, Jacka cancelled Super Sentai. So I guess that was good about panel. Or is it?
Yes.
This is something quite interesting happened. That Toei got a deal with Marvel, and pretty much Marvel said, hey, let's be popular. Let's use each other's franchise. They're allowed to use each other's franchises how they see fit to make each other's franchises more popular in each other's country. So, this is...
This. No.
I hope the dear God that was aware.
Professor.
He's packing.
No, he just flies across the wings. And the worst thing was, I think the giant robot suit got stolen after 3 episodes, so it's all stock footage of the giant robot. Well, I read somewhere. So, as I said, I know this is kind of a weird time when there was a lot of crossover between Japan and this is. I know what I want the next Avengers movie to be. I don't think it's going to happen. So now we enter the what was officially known as the Super Sentai era, which we know them as Super Sentai because they have mechas, right? Jacka and GoRanger didn't. They had a load of footballs instead. Now, Super Sentai wanted to try the Super Sentai or the Sentai thing, but they wanted to add the thing, use a giant robot this time. But they decided they should use one of Marvel's other stars in their first series. They were going to use Captain America. Pretty much. But it should be called Captain Japan, and he would have a whole posse of other people from other regions, and they would fight together in a giant robot, and everything would be handy-dandy. But at the last minute, they sort of thought, no, we're just going to drop the whole Captain America thing, and Captain Japan became Captain Battlefield J. So this is kind of the evolution of the shows. We see one side GoRanger and Jacka, Spider-Man. So these two shows together now produce Super Sentai. As I said, Super Sentai, Jet Battle Fever, this ran from 1979 to 1952 episodes. First Sentai, one of the original members dies. The only Sentai to have 2 members change during the show. And it says the first one should use, this is brilliant. There was Battle Japan, and then it was Orange Battle, Kenya's Black, and Miss America. And so yeah,
Just Miss America.
yes. Here's a picture of them. All I can say, thank fuck there was not anything that frightening on TV now. And it said here's a picture of them.
Italian is a lot to answer for.
Yes, pretty much that's the first giant robots to be used in Super Sentai. Now quickly, as I don't have much time, I thought I'm just going to put, this is a huge fight from also the Go-Kaiser and GoRanger film. This actually features every Super Sentai mecha or the main mecha form, everything from GoRanger to Goggle-V. Be aware there was a lot of stuff introduced this way. Not as late as what you can tell, they don't have to do it.
It's like only time.
There we go. So now we head on to Denji Man.
Otherwise known as the spy.
So yes, Denji Man, that aired from 1980 to 1981. First Sentai to have an item that made them henshin, that was a ring, and the only Sentai to use a ring to henshin. There's 5 Rangers, red, blue, yellow, green and pink. This is, another name I'm not yet. Kenji Oda's Denji Blue, second role Super Sentai after he played Battle Kenya Impact. He actually recently reappeared in one of the most recent Super Sentai movies, Goggle-V versus Space Sheriff Gavin, where he also portrayed his other role, Space Sheriff Gavin. And there he is playing all 3 roles at once. Amazing how he could be able to do 3 times in 3 different outfits. This will also feature. This will also be the first Sentai for actress Marcus Sachi Saga, who you will who would go on to play someone I think we all know and love. Now we're on to the next Sentai, some Vulcan. Slow. Anyway, the interesting thing about Sun Vulcan, I think this is technically the last Sentai to be made with the Marvel involvements. Also, the only one. Yes. I said some Vulcans say. The only Sentai to only have 3 members, and all male, no female members. This is the only Sentai to have no females in it. This is the only team where someone takes over the leader Red's role. Halfway through the show, the actor got replaced with someone else. Okay, now this is kind of the interesting thing. This is kind of where Super Sentai almost made its first breakthrough in America. Marvel looked at this show and thought, oh, we can make this into something American. So pretty much what they decided to do was film sort of American actors and just use the stock footage from the fights of Sun Vulcan as all faces will cover. We could trick people into thinking that they're all in the same show. Sadly, this show pilot failed, and the pilot has never seen the light of day. Just a lot of fan theories that this existed, so it may not even exist, unfortunately. Then we go on to Go, which was reloaded. You've got to make credit, they do look a lot better going. It's like the buggers come on.
All these mythical countries. Asia. One for each move.
Anyway, so that's so long. Marvel pretty much now has no longer any involvement in Super Sentai. As 2006, it was the most watched Super Sentai series ever. It yet again had 5 Rangers, red, blue, yellow. That says. Another prize time. This is an interesting one.
Zyuranger.
No, it's not Zyuranger. That's right. I put that in there. Does anyone actually know?
Dynaman, isn't it?
Dynaman, yes. You get a big one because that's a hard one.
That's my second choice.
Dynaman said tattooed by Dynaman would be the first Sentai to get and pretty much get an English dub. But the English dub was not too kind to it.
Didn't they just make a pilot of it and didn't actually air it?
I would only made about 6 episodes. That's why we're on to Bioman in a minute. That's what that happened to. This one actually did air on a really obscure cable channel, so that's quite exciting.
It's time now for Dynaman! My good-looking Japanese friends from
At least they're honest about it.
Cowboy, the slow-thinking weapons expert. Is developing. Under the guidance of this man, Dr. Ho, who, from his laboratory and the repair center, keeps the world safe from the evil antics of Forty Tanaka and Mel Fujitsu. At one time his partners, but now his arch enemies. Who can stop them? Who can save the world? Ho! That's who! Check this out! The ultimate persuader in the relentless battle against evil. These are the adventures of Bioman.
As you can see, it was not kept faithful to the original Sentai. Originally, it was an explosion theme, but originally going to be a baseball Sentai theme. This is actually another interesting fact. This is the first time Sentai wore spandex, which them and Power Rangers would be, of course, go on to be really well known for. Dynaman was really going to be called Nobleman in the original script, and Yellow Ranger was yellow. And this is a really interesting fact I only found out the other day after his research. Starting the pink and Cowboy, the slow thinking weapons expert, are now married in real life. Isn't that awesome? It says it was shown on a obscure American TV show called last Sentai until Live Man to have four full-time male members. Now we're on to Bioman. Bioman! Bioman 1984, 5 members, red, blue, green, yellow, and pink. First have 2 female members that would actually become quite normal goes from Super Sentai from now on. First and only team to have a female member die. First Super Sentai to air in France would be W to France. And ended up being a very big cult hit. Only Super Sentai to have an English dub, but it wasn't shown in this country or America, it was shown in the Philippines, and copies of it still exist on the internet. Last Sentai to lose an actor, the actress who played Yellow 4 left after episode 9, so they had to kill her character off. So Yellow 4 unfortunately found at the end in episode 10.
So you're going to meet
like Dynaman before this, Bioman actually almost made it to America. This definitely exists. There's a pilot for a US Bioman. This time not made by Marvel, but made by another company called Saban. That actually will do something quite interesting in another couple of years with Super Sentai. They tried to bring to Super Sentai to America, use the same way as some Vulcan want to do it. American actors with the actors of Super Sentai.
They're largest found.
Yes, I know. And now we're on to Change Man.
悪魔の時計を俺たちセンチナーが止めてくれる。レッツおう。チェンジ。ゴー。チェンジ。クリボ。チェンジ。ヘナバ。チェンジ。
Alright, so that's Change Man. It's the second longest Super Sentai series to this date, based on European mythological creature animals. They've run 54 episodes, 5-member team, 3 male. Also, it was known as Bioman 2 in France, first female writer. This also featured the first role for this movie, Sosuri, who would play the Blue Ranger, but he would go on to probably play one of the most popular Super Sentai Rangers in history. Now on to Flashman. It's a budget now.
That must be cool.
Oh, you could just pull the bomb down yourself.
Yes. But he's cooler this way. As a Flashman, had 50 episodes, 86, 87. First Sentai to have a second giant robot. Before there was only one Zyuranger, red, yellow, green, and pink. The plot was about when 5 kids were kidnapped by alien planets. They were sent to different planets, and they came back as adults to fight for Earth and stuff. Anyway, we've got this. Now on to Maskman. We're getting there, people. We're gonna do it. Here come Pink Ranger.
Nice.
I said Maskman, 5 members. This was the first Sentai where each member had their own individual mecha, and then they... Come on. No. Come on! Dinner. Okay. It's okay. We don't bite. Keep coming. It's the Super Sentai. It's not the hentai one here. Okay, so this is the first time each member had their own individual mechas, and then they became one huge mecha. And this is technically the first Sentai to have a Super Ranger, X1, but he only shows up in one episode and uses his powers afterwards, and is kind of forgotten, and only obscure Super Sentai fans know about him. He's kind of an obscure thing. He didn't even show up in GoRanger. He was like probably the most asked for Ranger not to show up. Oh, prize time again! 3. No! How many official blue females?
4, 5.
4.
Yes.
You did it first.
I'm glad no one said E. Because I'm being funny and having that answer and everything. No one's right. I said Bioman, that was the 10th anniversary series, because officially yet, GoRanger and Jacker weren't considered Sentai yet. That will be a bit later. Started with 3 Rangers, Red, Yellow, and 2 Blue. First female Blue Ranger, that's why I had that question there. Now we're on to Turbo Ranger. Not Power Rangers Turbo, that's a totally different series. They make a joke about it in GoRanger if you look out in the Power Rangers. Oh. Yes. Nose gets first time all the Rangers are school kids, hooray! Bunch of school kids. First crossover that featured all teams except for Jack and GoRanger because they weren't officially considered Sentai yet. No, I got that one wrong. Sorry, that was Bioman. That was back there. So ignore me. Sorry, when you're coming home to write panels. Yeah, I shouldn't really.
Try doing it all night.
Yeah, I'm sure it's our first car-themed Super Sentai. There would be some more car-themed Super Sentai later on. Big ones coming up. So this featured the first ever major crossover that featured everything from Battle Fever to Turbo Ranger. Where all the Rangers came together to fight off evil. And yay, it was the biggest crossover until Go-Kai featuring technical. Or is it that? No. Is it? Man. So many years have 5 in it. It's confusing. Ed, 1991. One of the short Super Sentai series, which was 8 episodes. First Sentai where they're all family members and they're brothers and sisters, and they're nice. This is the pretty much the only series after Maskman not to feature individual mechas. Everything after would feature every Ranger get around mecha that would become some sort of super mecha later. Now on to one of my favourite Super Sentai series, Jetman. Yeah, they had the Vulcan Ranger. Had 5 Rangers, red, blue, yellow, black, and black. Oh yeah, awesome. Pretty much, this Sentai team had the ability, they're pretty much birds, and they could fly around everywhere. So that's actually a pretty awesome feature to have. Amazing. And also, Jetman is the only one of 2 Sentais that have a manga based on it after they go. Manga. Pretty much it featured a new Ranger, a Green Ranger, that took over from Black. But he's not officially considered canon because he doesn't show the Go-Kai. Now we're on to a series that I think some of you may recognise, but not quite. As you see, Mr. Change Blue is back. As I said, so after Zyuranger, called Power Ranger season. Zyuranger. Yes, that's what it's called. At one point, apparently, they were playing with, let's still call it Zyuranger in America. Like, no, people wouldn't call it Zyuranger. Power Ranger season 1, 6 Rangers. First, I have an official.
Have you got your badge there? Yes, it's on here. Thank you.
So first, Super Sentai to have an official 6 Ranger. They had the most mechas at this point with 7, and at this point they actually had a vote where the fans could decide to keep the Green Ranger alive or dead. I think you may know who that is, the Green Ranger, or the Dragon Ranger as he was known in this. And of course, we can't talk about Zyuranger without talking about what it would lead on. After failing with Bioman, the band decide, okay, we're going to finally do this. Let's bring Super Sentai to the USA. And they finally succeeded.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I know.
Turn it up.
Yeah, one thing that would always be notorious is that in the Sentai, the Yellow Ranger is a boy called Boy, right? In Power Rangers, is a girl called
And no way
exactly not the last time this will happen when Power Rangers decides to change sex. Okay, I could go on and on about Power Rangers, but I think this video just wants
Teenagers with attitude, I have summoned you here to battle a great evil. But be not afraid, I see great potential in all of you. Will, within you I see great strength and durability. For that, I endow you with the power of the mighty Mastodon.
I'm holding you down, Zordon.
Jen, your cat-like agility can be attributed to your spirit animal, the saber-toothed tiger. You are the Yellow Ranger.
How's it going, Zordon?
And I'm sure your knowledge of mathematics will prove invaluable. Edward, there are many reasons why I believe you embody the spirit of the Red Ranger.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I think I see what you're doing. I'm Native American.
Yes.
So, Native American, red.
Maybe the Black Ranger because I'm black?
No, no, I made you the Black Ranger because of your spirit animal.
What about me? I'm Jewish, so let me guess, I'm green because that's the color of money?
No! Power of some of the great dragons.
Well, what about Victor? What color are you going to get?
Oh, well, Victor's going to be the other Black Ranger.
Okay, so there are going to be 2 Black Rangers and 2 White Rangers?
No, Kyle's the White Ranger because he's the leader, and you're the Pink Ranger because you're a girl. And pterodactyl.
Most qualified person to be leader, I think he was student council president. I think she could do that.
A girl leader? That's rich. Sorry, honey.
Swim tushing Denji.
You gotta be kidding me!
Whoa. Listen, everybody settle down. White is the leader. If Kyle was pink, that would be totally gay.
Excuse me, and what exactly would be wrong with that?
Gay Jew? Jesus Christ. I'm a fear in you. You might turn to the dark side.
Where'd you read that?
So I'm thinking you're out, and so is other black guy.
Oh my god! Now we're too short.
No, we're not, because this was my plan all along. Great power emanating from Ohranger.
Okay.
Sombrero.
It's not even a ranger suit. Oh, this is ridiculous. I'm out of here. Let's go, guys.
Guys, where are you going? Nobody has the power to defy the great will. Do not steal anything on your way out.
This time, a lot of other shows coming out. Other series like Kamen Rider coming over to America, and which thinking what maybe before that adaptation of Mask Rider. And then, of course, there was always going to be really, really horrible copycats from America.
Powerfully evil Emperor Vulcan. Vulcan has vowed to use his army of alien monsters to conquer Earth. The focal point of a system of power portals he needs to rule the universe. I am Nimble, head protector of the power portals. To carry out my mission as power portals, I have chosen 4 teenagers from Beverly Hills. I summoned them by flashing their tattoos. They transform into galactic sentinels.
Yes. You haven't seen their ranger suits yet.
The fate of the Earth depends on the
Even GoRanger had this. Yeah, because it was a really good set. Actually, something really interesting happened. That GoRanger ended up in the episodes, and the Americans were like, "No, we need more of this." So they contacted Toei in Japan, and they got them to make another series of GoRanger using the outfits again. And these episodes actually never aired in Japan, but they actually had their own plots to do with GoRanger with them, including one where the Dragon Ranger comes back to life. That's kind of good. Now, okay, let's just get back on this. Talk about Power Rangers 5. So that was Zyuranger. This went on to be Power Rangers Season 2. This would have 6 Rangers as well: red, blue, green, yellow, pink, and a 6 white. This was the last Sentai, not where the main 5 were not used in the Power Rangers applications. So of course, poor guy went down and forgotten about in all the Power Rangers stuff. Even though there's a rumour that he may be showing up in Megaforce. The only Ranger to make it was the Kiba Ranger, who surprisingly was very different to his Power Rangers adaptation in this one. I know! So the right way we have after this, they almost made a 3rd season of GoRanger, so you just use the stock footage because now Power Rangers is using Zyuranger footage. And pretty much this is the only image that exists of it, that this is the concept art. This never got made, instead they decided just to keep the Sentai footage and just use that. That would be this series, Kakuranger. Probably one of my other personal favorites. Okay, so this is like the Ninja Pink one. They're 5 Rangers. This is where unofficially a girl is a leader. She's not the Red Ranger, she is the White Ranger, but she unofficially takes charge of the team. This is the first Sentai to have an extra hero, Ninja Man, who would of course be Ninja and Power Rangers. As a nod to Power Rangers, one of the Rangers, the Ninja Black, was an American who could only speak English to start off with, because this is just after Power Rangers become popular. First Sentai since GoRanger not to have this 6th Ranger. There's Ninja Right. And there's Ninja Man! And this is really extra hero. They're not officially part of the team, but they're still the hero and transform and shit. And this gets confusing. Some people aren't considered extra heroes, even though they kind of exist. And some people who should be 6 heroes, or characters who should be extra heroes, are considered the wrong way round. Now we're on to the show that almost killed me. That's still pretty good, so don't. Okay, so this is Ohranger. The show almost killed Super Sentai, but say Power Rangers. Went on to be Power Rangers 0. Now this is a series where now GoRanger and Jacko are now officially part of the series. First Sentai since Jetman to have 2 female Rangers, that's 6 Rangers, and of course had Mr. Big One playing his 3rd Sentai role as the chief. All 3 would show up in GoRanger versus Super Sentai. This would also begin the start of the Versus movies, where the previous year's Sentai and this year's Sentai would team up together in all of their glory. And of course, this show was cancelled. Sentai. So something extreme had to be done. So instead of being a really serious series like Ohranger was, the next series decided to be the total opposite.
Really, you could just show you.
So yes, this one was Power Rangers Turbo. This showed it almost killed Power Rangers. Pretty much, this was more of a spoof Super Sentai, and the theme was car safety. This is the Sentai about car safety. Had five main rangers and 3 extra heroes. 2 of them aren't official, in other words, don't show up in GoRanger. This is the second Sentai to have met car mechs after Turbo. But not Power Rangers Turbo, so this now leads to a bit of confusion between that they reference in GoRanger. Then we on to another one of my favourites, Mega Ranger. Mega Ranger. They actually weren't in space, and like the Power Rangers adaptation, there's a long story why that happened. There was something to do with a draft footage, and they thought they were in space, so they sent them to space. Yeah. First Sentai to have a Silver Ranger, which would be going to be the most popular colour for silver. And as I said, they're not in space. They are not in space. They're just school kids. They are not in space. Then we're on to Goggle-V. I say Goggle-V. This is the last Sentai to this point that has the word man in the title. It's kind of a shame because I like the man in the title. I hope they do make another Sentai that has man in the title. Pretty much first Rangers Sentai since Ohranger have 1 female, but of course in Power Rangers, Yellow Ranger was still a girl. This one to be Lost Galaxy, and no, Goggle-V are not in space as well, they're in a forest. So yes, Saban, you mucked up his... Was it? I always call them
Gingaman.
Yeah. Actually, most people consider the Power Rangers Lost Galaxy a lot more popular than Zyuranger. One of the few cases that actually Zyuranger, yeah, the actual Sentai is more popular. No, Rangers is more popular than the actual Sentai. It says Go-Go-5. This was the Power Rangers Right to the Rescue. They were all part of the rescue force. Go-Go-5. Pretty much in the Power Rangers version, they had a 6th Ranger, but he never showed up in the Japanese versions. That's the first time Power Rangers had an extra Ranger over the Sentai. 555 means emergency, so that's like a pun on the title. Oh, another prize. Can someone name?
Time Ranger.
Time Ranger. Who said that first?
Me.
So, yeah.
E, Shinkansen.
Then we're going to Time Ranger. That's as you know
It's not entirely she has time.
Yeah. Speaking of time.
Should I stop it after this? Yeah, right down. Wow, I wonder what that's referencing. As you say, the theme was they're from the future, they went back to the past, so they ran from 2000 2001, went on through Time Force. They had 2 Red Rangers, one of them being the X-Ranger, done in the style of the Matrix, have 2 Rangers of the exact same colour that were both red. And first to have 6 Rangers in the Super Sentai since Mega Ranger. Well, unfortunately, we have run out of time. So I'm going to have to, unfortunately, cut the panel short tonight. I've got one more video I'll quickly play because it says someone's panel next, so I can't do that.
It should be like 2 minutes. Yeah, but it's not. Challenge them to all 26 in an hour.
Oh wait, I'm going to see my camera film the next
Thank you everyone so much for coming. I hope everyone enjoyed themselves. I hope you enjoyed the battle.
Sit there.
I can go outside, I just need to...